Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Nick Theriot. Today I have an exciting new video for you guys. Today we're actually going to dive into what is kind of like a creative template that you guys can use for your stores, whether it's e-com, lead generation, even like coaching and courses and stuff like that. Whatever you guys are doing, you better leverage this simple creative template, and I'm actually going to show you guys in a way, articulate it to you guys in a way that'll make it easy for y'all to understand, kind of give you guys a standardized process y'all can use for your creatives and everything. So that being said, before we get started, hit that like button and hit that subscribe button for new videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. That being said, let's dive into it, guys. So let me show y'all first this right here. So this is kind of like your most basic creative storyboard that I see all the time. It's quite often been used hundreds of times across ads and stuff like that. I've personally analyzed thousands of ads, and this is like the most basic one that if you master can be widely profitable for your business. So let me show it to you. It's very easy. It's the hook, features, social proof, call to action in this order. Essentially, your hook grabs them in, grabs their attention. They want to watch the video now. Features, educate people on the product of how it helps them, what's in it for the customer. And then social proof, essentially the simple fact of, hey, other people love this product too. So now they got their attention. You channel desire into the product, show them social proof and stuff, and then boom, your call to action is a reason of why they should purchase it now. Okay, so before we actually go through this, I just want to show y'all one particular ad right here, just to show y'all of how basic this can be, and also to just how well it works. So this ad does a hook, features, and that's it. It doesn't actually just social proof on the call to action side. That's the only thing I would change in this particular creative itself. So just to show y'all, boom, comfort that moves, it hooks you in, it kind of drive some curiosity in that perspective right there of what is this? You know, what could be going on here? You don't really know if it's the clothing, you don't know if it's the shoes yet, but immediately right here, it grabs the attention of the right audience, the location, you know, it looks like it's in the city area, about to go for a run. Okay, about to go for a run. He looks athletic in the sense of, you know, that kind of builds more contextual sense of the scene. Comfort that moves. Okay, so this is an ad that pertains to something with maybe running, fitness, yeah, and then the camera movement as well keeps you kind of really like, not doesn't lock you in, but the camera movement right there made it interesting enough to where you want to stop. Okay, now we are clearly articulating the features of the product. Okay, so essentially right here you show the product in use. All right, half of y'all aren't even showing y'all product in use and complaining about bad results. Okay, show your product in use. This just helps increase that believability in the product itself. Okay, comfort that moves. All right, I'm just showing the product off. Okay, boom, cool. Okay, it really got me at my attention now. I'm hooked in. I'm starting to understand and build some contextual sense into this product of what it is. I just got demonstrated it. Looks good, looks cool. All right, I'm hooked in now. I'm really into this now. Now, clearly articulating the features to the consumer here. My favorite way, close-ups of the details. Okay, athletic design and showing him, you know, tying up the pants, zipping up the pants like this. Okay, and I'm kind of dragging this through, showing off more close-ups and details of the jacket here. Okay, zipped cuffs. It's showing off the specific features and stuff like this, and this is increasing the perceived value to the consumer. Okay, it's showing everything off. It's showing off all this cool stuff you get by purchasing this pair of pants and jacket. Showing off the cool labeling and things like that. Okay, and then again, continuing to show and create trust and believability in the product by showing it off and demoing the product. This is just simply a demo product. Demo of the product. Premium on the go. Cool. And then just further showing it off, and then, you know, it ends. I think this is a longer ad itself, but I got served the Instagram story version. So, but that's just a really easy way to hook people in, show off the features. The only thing they're missing was I would have added in towards the end, a little black slide that slides over, and then it shows like a few customer testimonials, and then another slide over to like, buy yours today. We're having a sale, or just buy yours today, essentially. So that's all they're missing in that particular creative right there, because then I would have been like, oh wow, clearly hook people in, educated them on the product, showed off the features, things like that. Plus 20,000 other customers loved it, and you could get yours today. So let's go further into this specific creative template that you guys can leverage. All you guys can leverage. That one particular ad right there could have been shot with an iPhone. Easily could have been shot with an iPhone. A video editor on Upwork or something like that could have edited it for you, essentially. And yeah, like a very like $100, and then maybe pay the guy $50, or not pay the guy, bring the guy for lunch, and pay him for his 30 minutes of time or hour of time, essentially. So let's go into features first. So features, what you want to do is list all your features of your product. Okay. Zip up pants, cool logo on the side, like list all those features right there. Okay. And then what you want to do is you want to turn those into benefits. So what features also act as a benefit? And the reason why my mentor, he actually kind of basically told me this, it's easier because like actually what your benefits are of your product, you may have a hard time, but features you can list a lot. Okay. So how can we go from features to benefits? So that's basically what we do right here. So go back to the iPod, years ago, particular ad where it's like, hey, I'm Apple, have a 2 GB iPod. And then someone was like, no, you have 16,000 songs in your pocket. So what we basically did is we took a feature, we turned it to a benefit. What does it mean for the customer to purchase this product? Why does that feature matter to the customer? It's very important right there. So that's features, this aspect right here. And again, you can articulate a few of them to the consumer. Me personally, I like close-up shots and things like that. Now, social proof, big one right here. There's 3 types of social proofs that we like to leverage. There's your standard testimonial. Hey, I love this product. It's so great. There's authority figure endorsement. So, and some of these, look, I made up in the sense, but authority figure endorsement. So let's say, for example, I was browsing online and I saw a protein and it had, I think it was Shaq. Shaq was holding the protein. It was like trusted by Shaq or used by Shaq. And essentially what you're doing is you're tying in that authority figure to the product where it's like, oh, wow, that high level person that I respect, he also uses this product that I'm looking at. So you increase that authority and that social proof aspect. And then another way is trusted by 10,000 plus customers, or 10,000 plus happy customers choose Apple, whatever. So you're just showing off your customer base in the sense of this, how many people choose this. So this is another really great way. And again, these are 3 different ways of social proof. I don't recommend you using all 3 in an ad because it kind of gets over compelling. Lately for me, less has been more. So I like to try to make like some very specific statements and leverage that ad. So like I'll choose one of these and go from there. Cause like some of y'all don't have authority figure endorsements. Some of y'all are still trying to get off the ground. Like if you have 5 customers, and 4 of them are your family members, like I wouldn't want to be trusted by 5 customers. Now, if I had a few thousand customers, I would want to show that off. Now, okay, cool. Well, then I'm left with a testimonial. Well, a testimonial could be really easy. I could just get one of my friends to pick up the product, use it, and then be like, hey, I really love this product. Here's why. And then I'll have a written testimonial. Or again, all of these can be written or video. So the way you'd portray that in a creative aspect is like for one of our clients, it's an app. We have just this cool like little background, and then we put like the written testimonial on it. For another client, we had a like a UGC face to camera review of the product itself. So what we did is we basically just incorporate that in the ad. So it goes like hook, features, and then that person talking about how great the product is. So there's a few different ways you can illustrate that in that perspective right there. Now, what all goes into a creative specifically? Like what's all the planning and stuff like that you got to look into? So first off, you need to know who you're talking to. Who is your ideal persona? Like what's the persona that we're making this creative for? You have to understand that, okay? That persona from that video we just watched was a male, likely in his 20 to 40 year old males, USA, who like to work out or into fitness specifically. So, okay, cool. Take it a step further. That was also 20 to 40 year old males who like to work out, but specifically run. They didn't lift weights because I was more of a guy that ran versus lifting weights. So you can do the exact same thing, but for lifting weights, the exact same thing for CrossFit, yada, yada, yada. So get clear. Who are we making this creative for? Okay. Now, what location or locations will this particular product be in use? So if we're going more from that running perspective right there, that one particular person, from that creative at the beginning. Okay, cool. Where do guys go run? They go run the country. They go run a city if they're in a city. City people may have more money in that sense, so let's shoot it in the city. Okay. Is there any other locations we need to put off? Well, maybe if this stuff was designed to go from like a run to on a date with a girl and look dressed and professional in that particular gear, then you can do like from running to a date and have like scenery of like a date and everything. So next thing, actors. You need to know who you need. Like so many people mess this up because they're portraying the wrong people in the creative. Like we've seen creatives improve in performance just by simply swapping out the person. Yeah, that's it. So there's 3 different types of actors that you may need for your creative. So your first thing is the people your ideal character want to be. So let's say, for example, I'm overweight and everything, and I want to be a guy with abs and ripped, get all the girls, all that fun stuff, yada, yada, yada. Then I want to create, Chad, Thunder Chad or something like that. That's the ideal character. And this dude is ripped, talking on ads and portraying that epic lifestyle. Okay. So who does your ideal character want to be? Okay. So that's one type of actor. The second type of actor is people who look exactly like your ideal character. So let's say I'm overweight, on the couch, I'm very lazy and stuff like that. And I want to sell a course to these people and who are very lazy. Then I'm going to get a guy that's really lazy who makes a lot of money. In his portray of how easy it is to make money while he's overweight as well, lazy on the couch. So it's such a bad example, But yeah, you get the point right there. Okay. So it's just, they look exactly like your ideal character. And basically the reason why it works and why it's effective is because people want to like, hey, look, I just found this really cool product and I think you can enjoy it too. And they're like, oh, that guy looks just like me. If he's enjoying it, I can enjoy it too. So get that right there. Now, the last one, this is one most people do not talk about, but I find that it works super well. People who your ideal character is attracted to. Okay. So 2 great examples. One, I'm gonna do it from a male perspective and a female perspective. Okay. First one, I think it's Ridge wallets specifically. They have one particular creative that I got hit with, and actually I saved it and stuff like that. And these are wallets for men. Okay. And it literally has the wallet in a girl's back pocket, and she's wearing some tight jeans, and she looked good. Guys, I'm sure you're getting to the point now. And she's like, hey guys, and it pulls it out and the camera goes up to her face. Like the camera's positioned on her rear side, and then she pulls it out and then she starts talking to the camera. Okay. So guys find her attractive. They find other parts of her attractive. They stop, they watch the ad and like, oh my God, I want that too. Okay. So people who your ideal character is attracted to. Now, from a female perspective, I got a great one for you guys, for you girls as well who watch the channel. There's a company called Redline Steel. And their ideal character, like their ideal customer persona, is a woman 30 plus, more on the conservative side, religious, very like homey, things like that. Okay. So think about a woman 30 plus USA fit in that perspective right there. More in the rural areas, country, yada, yada, yada. So Redline Steel, the main person that does all the creatives, is I think it's like 35, 40 years old guy who's, tall, kind of built up a little bit, and he wears very Southern clothes. He also talks in this very charming Southern accent in all of his ads. And he looks good. He's a good looking guy and everything. So from the female perspective, they're seeing that and like, oh my God, see the comments are drooling over this guy. So his ads are naturally converting way better because he just has the right character that grabs people's attention. Attraction is a very powerful thing. So if you can get someone that like really grabs your attention of your ideal audience that quickly, like that's a very powerful move right there. So I would find honestly like this one right here, 1 and 3 are the most powerful ones. People who look exactly like your ideal character, I see it convert, but I see these 2 convert better over a period of time. Okay. So just something to look at. So once you get your characters down, you got your locations down, you got who you're targeting as persona for, you need to understand how do you articulate these features of to the people. Essentially, how can we articulate to people the features of this product? Okay, so in that first thing we just watched, essentially we saw this guy running, and then it showed a close-up of him zipping the pants, tying the pants, close-ups of the features and everything like that. And that's easy, that's simple. We're also articulating the features of the product, how it's comfort that moves, by showing a guy running and using the product. Okay, so you just need to ask yourself, like, that was some very simple things, so do not overthink this. Okay, how can we demo the product? What things do we need to capture about the product? It's all different things you need to look at. Now the last one is 3 to 4 different intros / hooks. I recommend kind of planning a few different hooks in terms of like headlines before, and then also too, maybe just 3 to 4 different scenes we want for the intro, just so that way if they are different from the main video, we can make sure we film those separately. So for that one right there was a guy stretching. Maybe we could have had another intro where he was already running. Maybe another intro where he's like, hey guys, I want to show you this, yada, yada, yada. And then maybe another one could be him at home putting the pants on and everything like that, then walking out of his house and start running down the road. So like, that's another one right there. So 3 different intros. Then lastly, that particular ad right there did not have any talking or anything like that. But if you do need characters to talk, or your models to talk, your actors, you do need to provide a script and get that script ready and prepped and stuff like that. So honestly, that ad right there with just the music, most people don't sit down and listen to an ad anymore. They just like seeing visuals with text on the screen. That right there, if you can master that, you'll be good. You'll be set. You don't really need to worry about too much about a script. The only times we'll use a script is when we're getting some UGC content done and things like that. And we'll just give them a few talking points, but we don't give them a word for word script. It take a very, very time consuming, and they cost a lot of money if you hire a writer. So just something you gotta think about like that. So how do we actually test these creatives? So we obviously a lot just went into the actual planning of our creative, our hook, our features, social proof, call to action, all that good stuff. How do we actually start to test these? So the reason why I say 3 to 4 different intros is because the intro is composed of 2 things. There's the scene, and the headline. So like, again, that first text on the screen for that ad we just looked at was comfort that moves. Okay, so we can have that comfort that moves over him stretching, over him at home getting ready to go for a run, and then him already running. Okay, so that's 3 different scenes right there. One of those will convert a lot better than the others. Just gonna tell you that now. Now the headline, that's the comfort that moves. Okay, so maybe instead of comfort that moves, introducing new running pants. Running pants that work with you. Running pants that, and these are horrible headlines, please don't do this. 60% of runners are missing this one thing. Okay, so different headlines over different scenes will also play a different role of grabbing people's attention. So you have to understand that. So we'll test, this is just 3 different hooks against, like we like to look at the video as all like blocks, like Lego blocks, plug them together. Okay, so we'll take this video, we'll chop off the first intro, which could be anywhere from 3 seconds to 10 seconds long. Okay, and then the other half, feature, social proof, call to action, will leave all the same, and we'll test like 10 different intros against it. Okay, and again, we'll match these together. We'll try 3 scenes, 3 headlines. That basically creates 9 different variations right there. 1 scene, 3 headlines. Scene 2, 3 headlines. Scene 3, 3 headlines. It's 9 different videos that will be rendering, all with the same other half. And the reason why is because the hook is one of the most powerful parts of the kind of like the creative, essentially, and grabbing people's attention, getting them hooked, and make them watch the video. Essentially, this job is to simply educate people. We're hooking people in, then we want to educate people in the product. I find that educating people in the product is not nearly as hard as hooking them and grabbing their attention, because you have to really understand how these people think and operate in that perspective. Okay, so once you actually find your golden formula, you found your winning hook, maybe you test 2 or 3 variations of features and 2 or 3 variations of social proof, and you found your golden formula, your golden message, essentially. Now your objective as you scale and grow the account, is not to go sit there and find new winning hooks and headlines. It's to show off more locations. This guy was running essentially outside. Maybe show a guy running on a treadmill and going to the gym. Maybe show another guy that does CrossFit. Maybe show a girl that's doing yoga. Like, show off variety in the market that's going to appeal to more people in the market. Show off different ethnicities as well. It's a big one in advertising. Show off all different ethnicities and people and things like that. It's also going to show off, you know, the culture and everything like that of your business. And then just the general theme. So I'm just going to show y'all one example right here. This is like 6 minutes of the Nike Find Your Greatness commercial. And you'll notice, like, I'm not going to play this whole thing because running out of time here, but you'll notice it's the same messaging over and over. It's just in different languages, different ethnicities of people, and different sports. But it's the same thing over and over because they found their winning formula in the sense of what that message they want to amplify. You know, marketing comes down to message amplification. What message do we want to amplify to people, and how do we appeal to those people in that perspective right there? So once you find your golden formula, you can apply it to that. So this takes a long time, but it's like find your greatness. Okay, got kid running, now kid playing baseball. And I think it does the same thing. It's definitely the message amplifies that no matter who we are, it doesn't matter, you know, our conditions and stuff like that, that we all can find our own great, unique greatness in that sense right there. So it's pretty cool. Showing a girl boxing now. So long story short, it just keeps going through this. It's showing variety of different people. Nike Find Your Greatness. Nike Find Your Greatness. Nike Find Your Greatness. But you see, what happens is that if you watch this kid 10 times right here, you obviously wouldn't have that same effect anymore. So you show off other people as this campaign's running, doing cool stuff, because it keeps things interesting and it keeps that fatigue down. So just new ways to repaint the face of that particular message. So hopefully this video is valuable. I've gotten to really high level topics in here. So hopefully this affects your creative wise. And, you know, it kind of takes me a second to step back and like, hey, I don't need to reinvent the wheel every time with the messaging and stuff like that. Messaging can go on for a few months. It's all about the creative aspect of keeping that creative fresh in terms of different visuals and stuff like that. That helps out with the prolonged life of the campaign, which ultimately at the end of the day is going to help out your performance, your results, and everything like that. So if you want to learn how to actually test these creatives once you actually start building them out, I do have a video coming up soon, and as well as if you're looking for someone to actually help you out in this sense of planning and, you know, building together a strategy for your business. Essentially, we work with e-com brands doing at least $50,000 a month. So click link below, book call with me and my team, and you'll have the option. Basically, once you go on that call, we'll look at your account, audit everything, put a strategy together for you. You can take that strategy and run with it, or you have the option to work with us if you choose. So if making less than 50K a month, don't worry, I have something for you. Stay subscribed to the channel. I will be releasing a course soon. It's essentially just going to be kind of like taking all my YouTube videos, breaking them down into more actionable steps you can follow with like visuals and everything to actually like really understand, and then going from there to you know, like, hey, instead of spending hours trying to figure out for my YouTube channels of how to do things, you just have a course that save you time and money in that sense right there. So guys, make sure you hit that like button, hit that subscribe button for new videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. My name is Nick Theriot. I'll talk to you guys later. Peace out.